Hello.
Hi, I had a question. Is there a Jehovah's Witness that could help me with the website, jw.org?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, well, I had a question because I was at a cart one day and they gave me a magazine and they told me about the website and I was looking at it.
Uh-huh.
And I was looking at the article that y'all are supposed to be studying today, called Jehovah Provide Comfort in All Our Trials, Provides Comfort.
Okay. Okay.
Is that correct?
That's correct. Uh-huh.
Okay, so I was looking, and in paragraph 17, it says something about young ones who learn to love the true God and follow his counsel can become a source of comfort in a family. He says they do so
Okay.
by showing respect for their parents by helping them in material ways. Like,
Okay. Uh-huh.
what does that mean exactly, in material ways?
I guess it can do, for different situations it could be different, but let's say if you know if a child is living at home with his parents and is in a position to maybe, help his parents to cover some of the expenses. Because his parents work really hard to provide for the child. But if the child is old enough to, work, we can contribute something towards certain expenses.
Let's see.
I'm sure that would apply. I guess in every situation is different, and that's what I would understand. How
Right.
about, what did you think?
Well, there was more to this article. It was also talking about other ways to find comfort by like reaching out to other individuals, and it said like mature publishers.
Hmm.
I wasn't really understanding that. I guess it was telling young ones to reach out to mature people, like older people.
Oh, mature people. Yeah, publishers is usually those who like preaching the good news, like those who are, because these articles are written for Jehovah's Witnesses.
Right.
So those who are Jehovah's Witnesses, there's certain words that we use. Let's say for publishers, is the ones who are preaching the good news.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. This website,
Sure. Yeah.
jw.org, is this just for Jehovah's Witnesses?
The website, no, it's not. But the article that you were looking at, that's for, there's a public edition of the Watchtower and there's a study edition of the Watchtower. So, of course, anyone who's associating with the Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, they would know, like, certain things that will be in the study article.
All right, well, let me ask you this. Do
Sure.
children of different ages able to use this website? Because I noticed they have a thing called questions young people ask. So do children use this website as well?
Well, usually if it's a child, the parents would be the ones who decide, sometimes some children are very young and, their parents would probably go on the website and show them certain things.
Yeah, like I saw
Mhm.
like a Caleb and Sophia cartoon, and it looked like it was geared towards
Yes.
smaller children and everything. But one
Yes,
click
it's for
away,
everyone.
from that goes to a tab called teenagers.
Uh-huh.
And there was an article called "Why Am I So Lonely" or something like that, and
Yes, uh-huh.
it was saying to reach out to mature publishers, and it's on the sidebar it has a whole article about sex, morals, and love, and I clicked on that, and some of these
Mhm.
articles, a lot of them were about gay relationships and several about pornography. There was one even
Mhm.
called the name of the article is called "What If I'm Addicted to Pornography?" And to me,
Mhm.
that was kind of like out there, like, just kids coming and going and reading this stuff. But, and here's the thing,
Mhm.
here's where it gets tricky. It has these bullet points that they're telling the children they should do if they have a porn addiction. It says,
Uh-huh.
I will not use the internet when I'm alone. It says I will immediately exit from any pop-up ad or site that is explicit. Well, that makes sense. But this next one says, I will talk to a mature friend if I have a relapse. Like,
Mhm.
why would this article be encouraging children to speak to people in their older people in their congregation about something like this that the parents should be handling? is kind of my issue. And I was just wondering,
Yeah.
so children use this website and they read these articles, and this is what y'all are about?
Well, you know, mature means it could be a parent, it could be a friend who is mature, you know, because
Well, it specifically
these articles
says
are not only for, these articles are not only like, they're for teenagers, but also there's people who are adults who read this too.
well, I understand, but this article specifically says I will talk to a mature friend if I have a relapse, meaning like if they're trying to get out of this addiction and they back into it, it says that they need to talk to a mature friend. It doesn't say your parents. It doesn't say a counselor. It says a mature friend. And I'm assuming a friend would be somebody who's in the Jehovah's Witness organization. Is that the friends they're referring to? They don't mean some school friend, right?
Well, you know, these are really good questions. If you want to talk more about it, I can have my husband call you if you would like.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that would be fine with me.
Sounds good. So what's your name?
My name is Kevin.
Mm-hmm. And do you have a number so he can call you back?
Yeah.
Not over the phone. Have you met Jehovah's Witnesses in your area where you live?
Yeah, I've seen them before at carts, and they gave me the magazine and recommended that I, you know, look at the website. And now that I'm looking at it, and some of the stuff I'm seeing, it just blows me away. I mean, you go to any other kind of church's website, you know, I mean, there's a lot of things about the Bible, and you know, maybe just different sermons or pastors or whatnot. But there wouldn't be all this explicit stuff about pornography and gay relationships in general. And some of this stuff is pretty graphic, and I wouldn't just go letting my child. It's almost like somebody needs to warn their children to not just go wandering around the site. Because on one page, you got Caleb and Sophia, and one click away, you have an article about pornography. So if I had an 8 or 10-year-old child that's old enough to read, and they're kind of outgrowing this Caleb and Sophia phase, and they're clicking on this stuff, like, whoa, I wasn't ready for you to go there. But they made it so easy, and this is what my problem really is. And if someone could explain to me.
I see what you mean. You know, the only thing is that I can understand your concern. Of course, I would just say that today the kids are exposed to so much bad stuff that sometimes, you know, we might not know about it, but they might be exposed to so much stuff through Instagram. In school, there's so much things that they face every day.
Well, I understand,
I don't have children, but they see this every day. And when they go to school, the kids talk about it. You know, there's kids who, I know my nephews, they are in 2nd, 3rd grade, and they have children in their class who are confused about their sex, whether they're a girl or a boy. You know?
I understand that. I could understand that. You know, you said earlier that you think the parents should handle this, but in a way, it seems like this JW.org is usurping that authority of the parents in a way, because it's almost like the parents have to warn their child to don't just go roaming around JW.org. You can watch the Caleb and Sophia, but stay away from everything else. And like, I mean, is there a warning for the kids in this organization? And I mean, you're laughing, but I mean, I'm kind of like serious about this question. Like, I wouldn't want, if I wanted to talk to my child about this issue, you know, if
JW want to make that decision yourself,
right, and you know, if they had some cool little articles or something to help you explain it to your kids, I could understand that, but don't just put it out on a public website. You know, maybe be a little more discreet about it. Is my issue kind of like, I would hate for my child watching Caleb and Sophia to accidentally click on an article and they're coming asking mommy, daddy, what's pornography? What's anal penetration? I mean, come on, this is not good stuff. What is gay marriage? I don't want to be answering these questions yet. It wasn't time yet. So that's kind of my issue with this JW.org thing. And I was just wondering if an actual Jehovah's Witness sees a problem with this, or if this is just the way it goes. I mean, that's my question, really. And I mean, I'll talk to your husband as well. I don't mind that if he can help understand it better. But I'm just trying to get a feel for what an actual Jehovah's Witness thinks about this. I mean, it's free speech. I know in this country they can put whatever they want on the internet, but to me, it's kind of out of bounds. You know, for a Christian religious organization, you know, to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I understand it. Okay, well, I'll. How about this? We'll think about it, and I'll let my husband call you back, and maybe he can answer better your question. What do you think?
Yes, ma'am. That sounds very lovely.
Right. Well, it's so nice to talk to you, Kevin. Thanks so much for calling.